We've got some big news about the King. Ash, do you want to break it to our audience?
So, Buckingham Palace have just released a statement saying that King Charles has been diagnosed with cancer. Cancer was found during a procedure that was investigating what turned out to be a benign enlarged prostate. And ITV are reporting that the form of cancer that's been identified isn't prostate cancer, but you can have an idea of what kind of cancer it may be, considering how it was discovered. I think there are three things here which are significant or important, noteworthy. The first is that this is a remarkable level of transparency regarding the health of a monarch. You might recall that when Queen Elizabeth II died, what was recorded as the cause of death was simply old age. There was very much a veil of silence being drawn around the specifics of Queen Elizabeth's health. And once Nicholas Witchell implied that there had been a form of cancer some time before her actual passing. That was mentioned once, seemingly by accident, on the BBC and then never commented on again. Just like with her father, there was a huge amount of secrecy regarding his actual health, and it only became public many, many years after his death. So from the start, King Charles has been a lot more open about matters of his health. Maybe that's a deliberate strategy to try and be a bit more human and maybe even sort of be a role model for getting checkups and that kind of thing. The second thing that's of note is that this is really quite early into his reign. Now, the formal powers of a constitutional monarch are quite limited, but what we know about Charles is that he's someone who spent a lot of time being very ambitious. He had a vision for what the role could be. He wanted what he called a slimmed down monarchy. He wanted to get rid of some of the pomp and the circumstance and the mystery. Obviously, with this significant health issue cropping up and having to take a step back from public events, all of those plans are put on ice, and we'll see whether or not he gets a chance to follow them through. So the changes he wanted to make to how the monarchy functioned, that might not ever happened. And the third thing that will be of note is that, of course, anything that happens with regards to King Charles, there is going to be a huge amount of renewed tabloid speculation about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. And I've made a bet with myself that it's going to be less than 24 hours before the Daily Mail and Piers Morgan find a way to make all of this Meghan Markle's fault.
You are a very good royal correspondent, Ash. That was very comprehensive. I suppose apparently he went public with the whole enlarged prostate because he wanted to make people more aware of their prostate so they could go get them checked. And then within a week, by getting his prostate checked, he found another form of cancer. So that is good for public awareness, I suppose. Obviously, if you caught it by looking for something else, hopefully that means it's early.